Well, and with that, we are going to start Friday's stream. Today, something for me at least very, very special when the sound's actually going to catch up. Oh yes. So we started in, well, Wednesday's stream, the Restless Spirit quest, and we were missing a little bit of lockpicking skills to open up this wonderful, which you will see in a second, the wonderful store thingy, which is right in front of us. It's still a little bit laggy. I hope the internet, it's Friday, the internet always is a little bit laggy there. We are going to steal the Necronomicon and bring it then, or the Libri Prohibiti, and are going to bring it in to the apothecary. The great part is, as I said, our lockpicking skills are now at 11, if I'm not utterly mistaken. Yep. At 11, I did it actually today in the morning before work, and wasn't sure which level exactly we need to be in order to open up that chest. So as you see, I already am in the monastery, and here we have it. So let's actually steal it. And while we are at it, hello Kadesh, nice that you joined. Internet is at the moment a little bit laggy, and I hope it will catch up. It's Friday. Friday somehow. The internet is in the evening not as good as it should be. I hope you had a wonderful week, Kadesh. And the lagginess will be gone soon, hopefully. The hair's growing back, thank goodness, yep. But the reason I cut it so short is I was so annoyed by my hair. It technically needs to be short in order to stay in form, otherwise it just sucks. Okay. Is it too laggy, Kadesh? Okay, what I haven't done yet, we will take a little look into this wonderful book. It's quite okay, actually, okay. Normally around in 15 to 20 minutes it should actually catch up, hopefully. So that is the Necronomicon 1. A few spikes here and there, but it's washable. Okay, good lord, thank you. Did you have a nice week? I hope so. And finally, it's bloody weekend. That's oh so amazing. Okay, it is night anyways, so we need to bring it back to Reti. That gives us the time to sleep, and then in the morning turn in the Necronomicon, which then we are just going to hand in. I guess the apothecary is gonna sit down and let's actually scout, and it's gonna take a look at it, and that is going to give us the time to go on with the siege.
Show what you're made of. You call that combat?
Okay, good that I have saved before we left off. Bloody dog. I hate dogs, man. Okay, dog is out. And if I'm gonna I just want to say, if I'm going to survive, I'm gonna chase the cunt, but I guess we are not going to get into it. Okay, we steal again. I asked... Okay, I just need to wait until it's green again, I'm so sorry. But normally give it a couple of minutes, and it normally on Fridays after 8 German time it normally catches up. I don't know what the people are doing around this time. So that we are not going to steal it. I asked if you had a good week. And if you are excited, actually that I did not ask, if you are excited for today's BlizzCon. If we are going to be attacked again, I'm not gonna engage the trap. The dog actually broke our bloody neck. Okay, let's avoid. At least there's a... Wait a second. I thought it was BlizzCon. Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, it's today. Today is BlizzCon Digital. And, well, I heard some rumors about Diablo 2 Remastered. And mobile games. You are correct there a little bit. Although I don't know if the stream is actually for free, watchable for free, or if you gonna need to buy a bloody ticket. Hello Meek, Siege Hype, yep, we are just going to hand him the Book of the Dead and then directly going into the siege. And well, you're not really late. I just actually everything did work out today, so I technically started the normal time. All the other times I actually always started a little late. Okay, Turetti. One more thing before the siege. We are going to hand in the Book of the Dead, and then we are directly gonna take a look at the siege weapon and find out what it can do, and we can, if we can, go on with that main quest. If we can, I'd be very, very happy. Okay, I think my internet has finally stabilized, so I hope that, okay, he still ain't there, that there won't be any more lags. So actually, I'm confused. The apothecary should already have opened. That is what confuses me, but well, we find out. Hello, buddy.
I've got the book.
Really?
You're a fine fellow. Well, show me it then.
Here it is.
Wonderful. Come back in a little while. I need to read through it and find that spell. And here's a reward for your efforts.
Okay, as expected, he just wanna lay down for a while. And luckily that gives us now the time to finally attend this one up here. Go and watch the trebuchet test. I wonder how that is going to work out. I don't believe that everything is going to be just as expected. So I do assume there's going to be a little... It would be great if we could already start with the siege, but I fear that that there's actually going to be a little setback. If not, that's great. Because with all the optional stuff we did, it should actually be good, hopefully. Okay, well, the apothecary has read the book, but as I said, we are directly going to get into the siege. The side quest hopefully we can do later on. Oh, horse, I like you very, very much. Okay, then let's see what's all about the siege hype. Okay, that looks really, really amazing. Okay, that's actually quite a nice view. Okay, the direction is actually correct. But didn't I want to aim at the door? Or the entrance? But well. Okay. I guess we're gonna need to talk to this buddy.
Greetings. What business have you?
How's work going with Master Keyser?
Excellent. His knowledge of machinery and mechanics is absolutely astonishing. He's a very gifted man.
So you're confident the trebuchet will do its job?
Absolutely. It's plain to see Master Keyser knows exactly what he's doing. See you later.
I want to see the test. And that's the wrong guy.
I can be of help. Goodbye.
Okay, we need to start it from here. Okay, let's see.
Let's see how strong those walls are.
Let it rip!
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal. I'll have the range in no time.
At least they hit something. That's good.
Move. Move. Damn it, I have to get to Sir Divish. Sir, they're coming. There's no time.
Someone bring water. Breathe, man. You'll be all right. Who's coming?
There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colors of Havel Medic of Valdek. And they're very close.
Havel Medic is surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him. Gentlemen, Toth's reinforcements are about to descend on us.
That swine. How many men?
We don't know exactly, but there are many, and they will probably be here by dawn.
So soon? How is it that we knew nothing about this before?
The whole land is in chaos. It's a wonder we can find out anything at all.
If they attack from the rear...
We'd be finished, just as Toth has been planning.
The sneaky weasel.
He's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Not this time, though.
What are you thinking?
Robard, how do you think the weather will be tomorrow?
Well, sir, if my joints don't deceive me, and they rarely do, it'll rain. It'll rain buckets.
Here. We'll make a stand here, I and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear. Here and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with before they notice anything in Talbot.
It might just work. But we'll have to leave someone in the encampments in case they do come out of Talbot.
A few men will be all I need.
Well, that depends on whether you can hold out. We don't even know how many there are.
We will hold out.
I'll give the orders to my men.
We will be ready.
My part in the battle, sir. I wanted to go with the Skalitz men.
I need more than that from you.
More, sir?
If we can't hold out at the quarry, we're finished. You, I, Hanish, and Radzik. And since Hanish is commanding the flank attack, Radzik is captive and I'm wounded, Captain Robard will be leading on the field.
Of course. Who better?
There's no question Robard's a good commander. But many of the men will be from Skalitz. We need someone there who knows them and has their respect.
Sir?
I mean you, Henry.
But... that is... Sir, do you really think I'm someone the men could look up to?
Henry, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't even be here today. And everyone knows that. Except you, it seems. In the battle, you and a group of Skalitz men will be concealed in the woods over the road.
But sir, I think I should...
Quiet! Don't underestimate the task I'm setting you. You'll have to keep nervous men on a short rein and not attack too soon. And then conduct the attack on the rear so fiercely and quickly that the foe has no chance to react. If the line should start to break, we need someone with their head firmly on their shoulders to keep control of the men.
Very well, sir.
That's what I like to hear. When you're ready, go and join the Skalitz men. They'll be mustering in the woods above the road to Rete.
Okay, that is, I would assume, a very, very tough task we have.
If you thought you'd be spending the whole siege sitting on your arses playing dice and swilling ale, you were sadly mistaken. Have a medic.
I'm a little bit afraid, to be honest. But there can only be one ending, right? And that is winning. Okay, to the horse. And I would say we don't have anything more to do. Except going to the desired location when you're ready. Okay, go to the battleground. It is the greenish... It is the greenish marker, the greenish A, which is right over there. Okay. Then we'll just go there and see what awaits us. Oh my goodness. Okay, that honestly I did not expect. That there's going to be, well, an army coming, which we need to crush before we actually can conduct the siege. I honestly thought we were just crushing down the doors and head into the castle and, well, have some fun with the boys there. But that is quite cool. This is actually, am I confused? Okay. Ah, the road to Skalitz and not to Rete, right? Okay. Or Rete. Good that we slept. Good that we are not hungry, so we can directly jump into it before we actually, if I have the possibility to, well, we do, this, I don't save now. So this is actually what we have been working for 6 hours, I think, to get to this point. And I think it's funny that a chicken got killed by the siege weapon. Quite funny. What do the devs have here with chickens, right?
Easy, easy. Easy.
Okay.
Just a little longer.
There are quite a few.
Not yet.
We have quite a few as well.
Hold. Hold.
They were expecting us! First troops to the bridge! Break through! Vanguard! To the left! And the rest, come with me! We'll flank the bastards!
Well, I couldn't hide. There was a little bit of a problem.
Into the dirt.
Okay, we have already been hit. That is not good. And they seem to be a little bit more heavily armored than us. Okay, luckily a perfect block there. And I think I shouldn't fight in the middle, alright? Rather come from the side. In the meantime, where they are actually dealing with our buddies there. Imagine if we could loot them. How much wonderful gear they have. Okay, no, they are not running. Alright, okay. Oh. Another one down. So this little fight here did go well. Considering, okay, yes, we have lost a little bit of HP. But fair enough. That was just one tinsy little hit. Okay, help Sir Hanush. And yes, we are directly gonna jump in. Oh good lord, that there is actually no friendly fire. That would be very, very painful.
Here's their leader.
What? This boy?
You should show a little more respect, Divish. You'll need it when you kneel before Istvan.
Oh, now the pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two of you?
I know him.
He's Eric, Toth's captain and right-hand man.
Finally, some good news. Shackle him and guard him closely.
Those bastards want to destroy our trebuchet.
Okay, good. That one went good. Now we only need to actually get there in time. Why don't they just call in their horses? Fun fact. Okay, then by foot. I have the feeling we don't need to be there on time, but I guess we don't need. We shouldn't use the horse. And maybe just in the meantime, let me actually put in one little marigold portion in order. I mean, we only left. We only lost a little bit of hit points, but I'd rather be at 100. In the fight, and I guess when we get there, it is already being destroyed, maybe. They are very, very slow. Come on, boys. I wonder actually how they, or which parts broke through. The guys from Tarnberg? Or the guys who actually occupy Tarnberg? Or did some sneaky guys actually broke through? Okay, I assume that these guys are bad boys. Or guys fleeing. Okay, they don't look very, very friendly. But I have a few buddies. Oh, I'm so sorry. Would you actually go up with 4 or 5 guys against 20 in a war-like situation? At least I wouldn't do that. Except I would know that I'm an exceptional fighter. It looked like there were more of them. But I guess there are more of those morons up here. Why? Where are they going? Okay, they're taking the long way, okay. Yeah, depends what level they are. Okay, there should be one more bugger, heavily armored, but with all the guys doing that, he is actually meat. Ah, there's still more, alright. Luckily we have arrived in time. So this is why when we engage a couple of guys, they always, or nearly always died, since when a couple of guys are attacking you, you are obviously in a very bad place. And I always felt bad because I thought I was just too stupid to actually make it. Okay, good. 925 groschen for that.
Well?
The damage isn't too serious.
So we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robard. Do you want him to kill Radzig and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
Sir, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages? He was the captain at Vranjik, and he brought Istvan's reinforcements here. He seems to be on very, intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's son, by God.
You're a godsend, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore, son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
So all we did with the preparations of this wonderful siege weapon, we are maybe not even going to use it. Nice. I'm sorry I have to do that. That's a little urge. Battle axe. Let's see. Heavy battle axe. 38. Okay, directly to the horse. The both of them. Heavy shield. I can move to the horse too. Okay. So first part done. I feel, depending on the time, we are going to rest for an hour. And then do the talking and the interrogation. And eat something. Important too. And then, oh goodness, I was really hyped for another kind of battle, a real siege battle. But well, that little engagement there was quite cool. Anyways, a little bit surprised I am. Okay, game saved, thank you. And I wouldn't have thought about. Okay, we can't eat, then F it.
Start talking. The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
I thought you were interrogating him. Ah, it just starts by itself.
Well now, Eric. It is Eric, isn't it? Looks like the boot's on the other foot this time, doesn't it?
Fuck you.
You need to change your tone. If you start being nice, you might just come out of this alive. So now I'll ask you a few questions, and you better think carefully about how you answer them. What is he after?
Are you really that clueless? To destroy Wenceslas's allies. You.
Who does he take his orders from?
Are you stupid? He works for Sigismund.
Who is this Toth?
He's an orc, same as me. The Turks killed his parents, so he started killing Turks. Sigismund needed men like that, so Istvan ended up in his service.
How did you meet him?
What's that got to do with anything?
How many men does he have in the castle?
How should I know? There were nearly 70 of us at the beginning, but there's probably not even half left. But that's still more than there ever were in that castle. More than enough to defend it.
Listen to me. Toth has hostages in the castle, and we have you. So, how about an exchange?
Do you take him for a fool? Do you really think he'd give up the only thing he has that stops you from attacking? He'll never accept an exchange.
You better pray he will, for your own sake. Because once we attack, you'll be worthless to us. And what do you suppose will happen to a worthless bandit? I won't waste any more time on you. You could have saved yourself, but apparently you value your master's skin more than your own.
I don't need to save myself. Istvan will save me. And he'll kill every last one of you.
Why should he save you? He'll sacrifice you, just like everyone in Vranyik and Pribyslavitz. You're nothing but a common bandit.
You don't know anything. He'll come for me, and anyone who lays a finger on me will pay dearly.
Now I'm curious. Why would he care that much about you? Could it be your lovers?
You never understand.
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him. But in the end, he spilled his guts.
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems your approach was the right one. Well done, lad. Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes Toth cares about him. We'll just have to see if the bastard cares as much about him as Divish does about his wife and you about your father.
Okay, easy money. 625 groschen. We
Well, Divish,
learned a little bit.
I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hamish.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did our neighborly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, your grace. But for all I know, you may have done that already.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is treating us like royalty.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks, or they won't be for long, Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell.
I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father? Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst? Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hanish. All right. We'll let the men rest a while and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. Okay, quest completed. Family values. An oath is the next one. Okay, talk to Sir Divish once you are ready. I feel very ready to finally do that. Okay, that is all fine. So where is Divish hanging around? Okay, down there. I guess he's going to go over there.
Yeah.
So maybe the siege weapon is actually going to come in handy. I hope we are not going to have to follow Divish for a couple of minutes until he has arrived at his desired location before we can actually talk to him. That would be a little teensy bit annoying. Okay, he turned around, bloody bastard.
Yeah.
Alright, hello buddy. Not on horse, okay, fair enough. And talkable too.
I'm glad you came.
At your service, sir.
I'm about to give the order to bombard Talmberg. And since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have a trebuchet, I think you should have the honor of the first shot.
I'll be delighted.
To smash my castle? I can't say I share your enthusiasm.
Sorry, sir. I didn't mean it like that.
There's nothing to it. The men will load the trebuchet. All you have to do is pull the lever.
Well, I suppose I could manage that.
Then we'll bombard Talmberg for several days. Sir Robard will explain what comes next. Good luck.
Okay, and I obviously needed to answer in the wrong way. Just for the story. Just for the story. Okay, and yes, we have to ride all the way back.
Yeah.
And I, in the end, actually didn't really mean it that way, obviously. Just chose the delighted option in order to answer politely to the master.
Yeah.
Not thinking about, obviously, that it is destroying his castle. Okay, let's see if we this time can hit something different than a bloody chicken. See if they actually adjusted, well, probably not the altitude, but the angle,
Load
so
the
to say.
trebuchet. God be with you.
There was precious little in it, and we could have lost everything.
That's how it goes in war. But God stood by us. And in the end, they're nothing but a bunch of filthy cutthroats. They're sneak thieves and assassins. But does that make them real soldiers?
Well, they're apt to wait till a man nips off into the bushes to relieve himself, lifts up his chainmail tunic and stab him in the back. Personally, I'd rather face a proper soldier.
Because you know just who you're up against. That's probably why Toth is giving us such a hard time. See you later.
Okay, I expected actually something else. Okay, sorry that I'm a little bit confused, but okay, we just need to fire. So let them do the hard work in getting the thing which is being loaded down.
God bless you.
Gonna say something
What troubles you?
interesting?
We came just in time, didn't we?
Quite. I thought my last hour had come. But Lord Capon came to our defense and fought like a lion. I'd say he's growing into a proper nobleman at last.
I think more people will be changing their minds about him.
They should. I owe him my life. God bless him. Take care.
Okay, are those lazy guys now finally finished? Or are they still loading up? Or is the leveler somewhere else? I don't assume we need to get up there. Or do we need to talk to Robot again? Actually not. I'm a little bit confused. Ah, there we are. And obviously, once I'm firing, it is a hit. What did you expect?
Divish said...
Sir Divish.
Sir Divish said you tell me what happens next.
Aye. We're going to watch Istvan shitting himself.
That's all?
For a few days at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the time. Just don't forget to come back. Take care.
Okay, nice. So it is actually quite cool that we still have the quest with the Necronomicon available. Alright. Talk to Sir Divish and prepare for the attack. Okay, talk to Captain Robart. That we just did. I don't assume that we can now finally... we still have to wait 2 days, right? Wait until the 2 bombardment has finished. But we... okay, there might be something we can do right here. Okay, good.
Is something the matter?
A few of them have taken to their heels. If they stop in Kutenberg, I'll be glad enough. But I fear they may have other plans.
If those were the best of Istvan's men, they could be lurking in the woods. They'll probably wait to attack us at the worst possible moment.
My fear exactly. I won't breathe easy until Toth is hanging from the gate. But in the meantime, I'll be glad to know the woods at my back are clear. Can I count on you?
Of course, Sir Robart. Would you like me to bring back their gear as evidence they're dead?
That's not necessary. I trust you, Hal. You don't even have to do the killing, just let me know where you find them and that'll be that. There's no need for you to get hurt in the process.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still bombarding? You can...
God be with you.
Okay, just wants to try. Okay, then, not the Necronomicon. I would have liked to do something with the bloody Book of the Dead. Okay, we go from A, B to C. If we can even do that in, well, 2 days time. So time is obviously of, well, the essence. Did I... Very well, look at you. What do you mean? You're not the one doing the killing anymore. Ah, yep. Well, but for all the work we did, Kadesh, finally some sort of promotion needs to be given to us, right? All the good work we did. Although, I actually would have liked to have a little bit of action in the meantime. So we are just going to go on scouting. Okay, I was a little bit afraid. That was just the siege. Okay, good. I should actually go off horse soon. On the other hand, I am not certain what kind of impact clearing out the camps, so to say, is actually going to have on the storyline. Did they actually cut trees to make the trebuchet? I don't know. That would have been a neat thing if they would have done that, but honestly I don't have it. I think I've never been here before. But actually, excuse me for 1 minute. I really quickly need to go to the restroom, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, back I am. So, I just watched a spider at my bathtub building a web. And I'm not certain whether I should just throw it out or bloody kill it. I don't like spiders, to be very precise. Okay, we found the northern camp, nice. Keep him. I think I'm just gonna set it out on the balcony.
Yeah.
It's a small spider. As big as known. I want to say as big as my thumb's nail, but definitely not as big as my pinky's nail. just thought this is weird, you know, going to the restroom and, you know, pee, and doing that, watch actually a spider webbing there. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
so we basically just have to go into there and right to a point. Okay, now I get it. We need to find it actually. Just thought we might right through. It's going to keep you safe from mosquitoes and shit. Yep, I get it, yes. Them spiders are very, very useful. Do you know what I wonder? What I really wonder? It is said, at least that is, don't know whether you say that globally, that in your life you are eating that amount of spiders while you sleep. I actually wonder if that is really, really true. I heard that it's a myth. I would think so too. Okay, we should go from the other side up. Completely invented. I mean, then you could say, I mean, it's not only spiders which are inside, you know, you could then... It would be the same for flies and all the other shit flying around. Mosquitoes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that they would open up your mouth, right? And peek in, and then by accident close your mouth. Well, weird topic, right?
Yeah.
Flies and mosquitoes, most definitely I've eaten. Yep, I've definitely eaten one fly whilst riding my bicycle.
Yeah.
That was very, very stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, only one. I did not expect. Okay, we need to go. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, come on. Okay, I thought that we might see the projectile.
Yeah.
But if we have heard the noise, I probably was a little bit too late.
Yeah.
I've been okay. Accepted.
Yeah.
I was just thinking. Oh, I was thinking if I would have placed the castle somewhere.
Yeah.
Different. Thunderstrike. Yep.
Yeah.
Wasn't it AC/DC? Or am I off there?
Yeah.
We have not done fishing in this game. That we might do at 1.2. Yeah, AC/DC. Okay. Oh, the Eastern.
What's
Yeah.
going on there?
I'm sorry, boy.
Yeah.
Didn't they bring out a new album, AC/DC? Was it end of last year?
Yeah.
Didn't the old boys release something new? But cannot come up with the name.
Yeah.
Okay, are we... No. They released 2020. I'm pretty damn certain because... Let me see, I'm intrigued now. Because this is still on my list to actually listen to. But I'm actually currently stuck in Iron Man 3 movie soundtrack. Well, let's first of all talk.
I found all of their campsites. The rest of the woods are clear.
That's a relief. Now let's relieve ourselves of this accursed Toth.
See you later.
November 2020. Power up. So, just as I looked it up too. Okay, we still have a little bit of time.
Greetings. What do you need?
We made it in the nick of time.
We failed. That serpent from Valda gave us the slip. I should have known he'd have his fingers in it all. If only I could catch him.
Would you kill him?
Maybe. But before that, I'd throw him in the dungeon for a few years. See how much he enjoys it. Still, the best I'll be able to do is lodge a complaint against him when the king returns, and just thinking about it gets my goal. And my arms killing. Damn it!
Okay, a little talk there. Okay, what I said before, we still should have over 1 day time. That leaves us to have a little talk with the apothecary and Rete. First of all, I'm gonna save the game in time. So we might react to the guys who attack us. I still guess we are going to... What was that? Yes. We will get there at night, which we will let pass, and then everything shall be fine. So what games did you play recently? Do you play anything new, you guys? Is there anything interesting to play nowadays? Except Fortnite and Among Us? Although the hype is going down, I think. I've realized German live streamers are opening up Pokemon cards. Very weird. Valheim, I And you're taking a break. That's interesting. Valheim, I actually bought 2. Have installed it. I wanted even to let's play it, but I didn't even start it once. But that's something I will do. Hopefully tomorrow evening. Taking a break from gaming. Interesting. But it's fine. I forgive you. Yeah, what a nerd. Taking breaks, breaking a break from gaming. And enjoying his social life. What a life. Oh, Murat, please come back. Yes, he would come up with a formula to calculate how often you can play, and it still counts as a break. No, you would just take the nerd life back.
Yeah.
The nerd title, I'm sorry, the nerd title, yeah. But define nerd. You know? I mean, in the end, a nerd always is in popular opinion the guy who sits in front of the PC and plays or is programming, but isn't a guy who's doing sport all the day because he's pumping up his muscles to become Mr. Olympia. Isn't that some kind of nerd too? Okay, buddy, tell me something about the Book of Death.
Have you read it already?
Oh, Henry, it's a marvelous book. Wonderful, really. I've found what we need, but it won't be easy. The spell must be said over the grave of the person preventing his soul from resting in eternal peace, while burning something from the house he lived in.
Ugh, of course. It couldn't be something easy, could it?
Who said meddling with the dead would be a walk in a rose garden? You'll probably have to ask your widow a few more questions. Once you know everything, get something from his house, and find the grave of the person that's preventing him from resting in peace. Then come see me, and we'll get to banishing that ghost.
Jesus, and I thought the living were troublesome.
Alright, at least. But who's preventing him from resting? I don't know. But unless I've until now actually not put the plot together, we might find it out. In which town was she again? I asked her at the apothecary, yada yada yada. The smudging which I didn't do the trick. It was in Ledechko. Alright, Ledechko. Okay, it's... I thought it was up in Use. Ah, okay, that was the other quest with the with the traitors, so to say. With the non-believers, or with the guys who actually believed in something different and behaved differently. So we should still have this day time, which is nearly over, and then we should actually go back to our siege weapon, but we should get a indication for that, hopefully. Okay, the sausage lady. The meat lady. The wonderful looking lady.
I saw the apothecary and he reckons that ghost of yours is quite a problem.
You think I don't know that? Last night I didn't get a wink of sleep. I lay in my bed, tossing and turning, just waiting for him to appear.
And did he come?
For a long while it seemed like nothing would happen. Then, towards the morning, the room grew cold as the grave. My poor heart nearly stopped beating when I heard a voice calling my name. So I fell to my knees and begged the Virgin Mary to protect me. When will this all end? You must work quickly. If this goes on much longer, I'll lose my mind. I know I will.
For the spell, I'll need something from the house where the spirit once lived. Where exactly did Alois live?
It's north of here, to the left of the road from Ledechko. But there's not much left of it these days except ash and weeds. The farm was burned to the ground with Alois inside.
It must have been a terrible death. To get rid of him, we need to cast a spell over the grave of the person who's preventing him resting in peace. I'm not sure who that person is, though. You haven't already picked out a gravesite for yourself, have you?
No. Henry, the truth is, I haven't told you the whole story. I'm not the one he's got unfinished business with.
Well, who is it, then? I suggest you tell me everything.
Alois had a wife. Her name was Lada, and she was a proper shrew, shrieking at him from sunrise to sunset. He never spent a single pleasant day with her. They must have fought like dogs. One night, Lada took a lantern and burned the whole farmhouse down with Alois inside.
Another reason not to get married, but that I'm not going to take.
That sounds awful. No wonder Alois can't rest easy.
When Alois died, Lada lost her mind. She spent days running about the woods near Tarnberg, completely witless, until one day they found her body deep in the woods. Her hair was all pulled out, her face scratched up with her own fingernails. They buried her there, where they found her, but I don't know exactly where to look.
I'll ask around. I don't need to know anything else. I can head off now.
Okay, right, find out what's... Okay, find the grave of Alois' wife, a letter. Find something that belonged to him. Okay, there's his house. Let's see if there actually is a grave, although I don't assume that.
Everything burned to the ground. So where can I find something that belonged to the dead? I'll take some of these pieces of charred wood. That should do.
Fair enough. The complicated part is actually finding where the body of his wife is. So once all the updates are through, okay, I'm going to take a little look in the quest log. I'll ask around if the locals know where it is, so a little asking around is much needed. Or the wife of his body. Yep. So where are people who want to talk to us? The tavern should be a place where people come together, right? To get drunk. But we can talk to the bailiff, actually.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
I hear there's a grave in the woods round here. Do you know how I can find it?
You mean where they buried that mad woman? They say on some nights her ghost wanders the woods. But you'll find the grave when you head up to the woods and keep some way off to the right from the stream. It's hard enough to see in daylight. If it's dark, you're sure to get lost.
Thanks. I'm sure I'll find it.
If I were you, I wouldn't go looking for it. It's not a good place.
Good luck to you.
It's not a good place, yada yada yada. Okay. Okay, it's indicated. Nice. Since I still don't believe, since until now this game hasn't included anything supernatural, anything paranormal. Her name is Lara, yes. What's about that name?
This must be it. May she rest in peace, Lord.
Go back to the apothecary? Okay, that came. In Romanian it translates to big box. Okay, okay, then I understand your amusement. Okay, let's see if we arrive in time to still talk to the apothecary. We will spend the night in Rete. Or Trunk, that's... okay, I get it. It's a Russian car brand. Okay, that I didn't know.
Yeah.
So the car brand translates in English to trunk, okay.
I have everything we need.
Excellent. In that case, I'm ready too.
Let's meet after dark at the crossroads beyond Ledechko.
I'll be there.
Oh, these quests actually remind me of... I've already said I loved World of Warcraft, but there's actually something I don't particularly like too much. If you go to place A, find something, go to place B, find something, and then directly after need to go to place C. I don't think Lada means the same thing in Russian as in Romanian. Ah, okay. But I just looked it up. Of course, I don't speak Russian and I can't speak it, but at least on this side it says it means case, box or crate. confusion is part of my life, actually.
Hey, lad! Don't you want a little wager on the ratte?
No, buddy. I don't want to wage on it. I would like to win it. Ah, and in case you wonder, Kadesh, do you know what's actually quite funny? I did... you haven't been there in the beginning of the stream. I've been doing... I was pimping up my lockpicking skills. Got to level 11. And what I think is quite funny, that the, so to say, training box down here, after doing it a couple of times, I cannot lockpick it anymore because it's already open. So I actually lockpicked half of Retty. I got through here and all these parts. That was quite funny, but I didn't steal anything, that I can promise. Just in case you are interested. And it only took 30 minutes. I mean, I understand it in real life that a chest with a different kind of lock requires different amounts of work to actually lockpick or open it up. What I'm actually confused, that chests with very hard I can not unlock at 11, but doors which are very hard I can unlock at level 11. I didn't understand it, but there I guess they thought, you know, some things are easier to unlock, I guess. Okay, the apothecary can wait. Our main priority is actually the siege today. I didn't need it for doors. I needed it for the you don't remember what it was for. For the was it a wardrobe? The thing you find the Necronomicon in. Yes, exactly. And fun fact, this is very hard. And I was able to unlock, but there are certain chests in shops, like the weaponsmith, which I can't unlock yet. I was a little bit confused, but was just glad that I didn't need to go to level 14, like you then need for the other types of chests. Maybe there are different levels of very hard. Yep. Oh, Sir Robart is expecting me. It would make sense. Some are harder than others. Okay. Alright. That I can accept. As I said, but not the same. In, so to say, real life, it's, I guess, the same, right? Okay, I hope we are not too late, but we join the party after we've eaten.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istvand's a stubborn bastard.
Alright, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keezer claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
I think I've heard everything I need to know.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier? This man must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades, and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
Goodbye.
No, Kadesh, I haven't, in real life, I've never seen a bedbug, but I knew that they were existed. Next co-worker, a colleague of mine, had one. Not one, but a couple of them. But luckily I've been never there and I've never seen those bad boys. And if you have, I think they are quite annoying. Like, not as disgusting as cockroaches. Did you mean to get rid of them? Yes, but he needed to get a bug hunter. What I only know, what I've seen in TV, what is very, very bad. Oh man, give me cockroaches any day. What I know that bed bugs are actually the bad thing is that they don't only occupy the bed, but everything where the human sits down. So couch and everything. Okay, mistake done. We ran in like in tart and are totally outnumbered. Okay. Nice. Obviously no looting. I blocked! Imagine wanting to go to sleep, clicking the bed and it says bed is occupied. Yep. You know, the nasty thing about bed bugs, what I've heard is that they even bite you. That is actually quite, I think quite annoying. Okay.
We back up! And now from the south! We'll charge them from the rear!
Yep, like mosquitoes, yes. On a evolutionary side, cockroach are actually very beautifully constructed insects. Can actually, because of their decentralized nervous system, can put off their head and live on for 7 days, and then they die because they can't eat anymore. Very interesting pieces of insects. But I wouldn't like to have them in my apartment as well, since their population really grows fast, like rats. And they can squeeze in the most tight places, yep. But what kind of animals I wouldn't like to have in my apartment as well are rats. Okay, I need a new GPU. Or at least I need to find out. This is... I noticed that when I... Okay, in the morning trained the lockpicking, that I'm normally in towns in this game run at 60 FPS, and when I stream it goes down to 26 to 28, although the CPU is not overloaded. I wouldn't want them as roommates either, but would prefer them over blood-sucking, bed-occupying, nasty-ass parasites. I get you. The same for me, actually.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hamish.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. Then, he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish!
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. They said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry. You've heard what he'll do if we follow them. We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
I was actually thinking the same thing, Kalesh, but I guess Henry, so to say, needed to blend in with the army, right? And because of that, the stuff we are currently wearing was, I guess, overwritten. Okay, I'm not stupid right now. I'm actually gonna throw in a portion, a marigold portion. Just for good measurement. And who would say our war horse is actually a little faster?
What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later.
Okay, good.
Don't worry, it'll come to you. You'll see.
Well, I just hope he'll be there. Alive.
I hope so too. And I hope we are actually going to find the sword. Isn't the sword the main thing we were heading out for?
Well, what I mean is, hats off.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it.
Yeah. This is quite a turnaround, isn't it?
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
And revenge, yeah.
I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
Yeah. I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger.
Yeah.
On the German douchebag. Yep.
There's no sign of them. Move on. Glad to see Ishvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah. The sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? Who this is?
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Oh. Okay. So I assume the game actually ended up a little bit open. Congratulations. Yep. Congratulations. But we still have DLCs.
You're doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know whose side you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Oh, don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzig wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away.
What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Alright, so there's still a little bit to do. Didn't I see... Wasn't the room looking differently a second ago? With nice little swords and without that... Well... Weird things are happening sometimes. Well... Good, so we still have the epilogue. Okay, fair enough. Then we are going to head into that one. And then we can even still do the apothecary. As I said before...
Hey, halt right there. Show me what you have on you.
Anything stolen, then I'll put it away, obviously. No.
What? For security reasons.
Come on then.
Wasn't that just our buddy who was waking us up?
You may continue.
Well, anyways, as I said, or as I wanted to say, we are going to go through the DLCs 2. At least one. The one we are going to play Theresa. I'll try to cover the other ones, but we gotta see how long they are actually going to take. And right afterwards, we are going to hop in Gothic 2. And I wonder... I've seen a couple of German YouTubers, which I haven't seen videos, I've seen Instagram stories. They've been playing Gothic 2 too. But yes, I saw a stream actually. They are playing with mods, so there are some HD mods and everything. I wonder whether we should then play it vanilla or
Hal,
with such
are you
mods.
going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Radzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
The question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Berghoff is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghoff, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts. And now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghoff know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, your grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like scarlets? We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghoff at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghoff would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft the letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Right. We'll do one more quick break, and then we finish the epilogue up. Alright, Spider Buddy is still climbing around the same spot as before. Nice. Maybe he's a tinsy little bit stupid, but let's go on. Here, talk to your father, Sir Redzik. Where the hell are you?
What isn't really the issue? Question is how.
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Bergov is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Bergov tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Bergov is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
Yeah, I should give the spider a cool name. I think the spider definitely is no nerd, and he seems to be on some sort of break. What do you think about we call the spider Kadesh? That's a wonderful name, isn't it?
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage. It all seems a bit too tangled.
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia for almost 100 years now. Emperor Charles brought this land to prominence. When he was in power, things had never been so good. Wenceslas and Sigismund are his sons, but by different mothers. Jobst and Prokop are their cousins. They were entrusted with governing Moravia. But instead, they've been in a bitter armed feud for years, and now Sigismund's fallen out with Wenceslas. Wenceslas also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz, who was most probably poisoned. They seem like a hot-blooded lot. It's hard to keep up with their affairs, since they tend to change their alliances from one day to the next.
Who is he really, this Jobst?
The cousin of King Wenceslas. He's the Margrave of Moravia. I admit I don't know what to make of him myself. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. For a time, he even served Rupert of the Palatinate against the king. And now suddenly, he's reversed his position. I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't help being suspicious. It's best to keep a watchful eye on him. But he really is the leader of the resistance against Sigismund these days. We'll just have to see how it all turns out.
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so little of King Wenceslas. You knew him, didn't you? What's he really like?
Well, there's no straightforward answer to that question. He certainly makes a great hunting and drinking companion, but he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like them. He never had much of a head for high office. He finds it tiresome. But once a man's grasped the scepter, it's hard to let it go again. You can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he disappears for a few months. Better a bad but legitimate king than a bloody war over the throne.
Who is this Prokop that Job spoke of?
Jobst's brother, the king's cousin. He and Jobst warred over Moravian supremacy for years. Then they were allies for a while, betrayed Wenceslas and sided with Rupert of the Palatinate. But after Sigismund abducted Wenceslas, Prokop fomented a revolt against him, and Sigismund had him captured. Politics. Make of it what you will. I, for one, can't make head or tail of it most of the time.
The League of Lords and that Berghoff we're off to see. Who are they exactly?
The lords of the powerful houses. Heinrich of Rosenberg, Otto of Berghoff, Heinrich of Radetz, and others. They're unhappy with the way their influence declined after Wenceslas surrounded himself with the lesser orders of nobility. They abducted the king years ago and made him bow to their will. They got away with it that time, and now they've joined forces with Sigismund and done it again. But now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is starting to rub them up the wrong way, so they may well be thinking twice. We'll see what Berghoff has to say.
I don't know all that much about Sigismund.
He's the king's younger brother and king of Hungary in his own right. 7 years ago, he led a crusade against the Turks and was defeated at Nicopolis. Some say it was due to the recklessness of the French knights, most of whom were mercilessly slaughtered. Sigismund is ambitious and capable. He might well make a better ruler than Wenceslas, but he's arrogant, and to our misfortune, brutal. Not long ago, he himself was held captive by the Hungarian nobility. They dislike him as much as some of the Czech and German noblemen do his brother Wenceslas. Ironically, Wenceslas joined forces with Jobst to liberate him. And now this is how Sigismund repays his brother. There's no doubt about it, God does move in mysterious ways.
Rupert of the Palatinate. That's a name I hadn't heard before today.
Rupert is the Prince Elector of the Palatinate.
What's a Prince Elector?
The Prince Electors are dignitaries of the Holy Roman Empire who have the right to elect the King of the Romans, who would then be crowned Holy Roman Emperor by the Pope. Rupert took the title for himself with the help of 3 other Prince Electors, even though Wenceslas had already been appointed. Some of the nobility in the empire recognized Rupert's claim, but when he went to Rome to be crowned emperor, it turned into a fiasco. Now he's doing his utmost to get Wenceslas to acknowledge him, but so far without success. So, now we have 2 kings of the Romans. Jobst sided with Sigismund for a while, but now he's switched allegiance. He seems to do that quite a lot.
That young man, Sir John of Liechtenstein. Why is he here?
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family, with estates in Austria and Moravia. Sir John sits on Jobst's council. Since the king's being held captive in Vienna, I suppose it makes sense to have a powerful Austrian house as allies. It could be very useful.
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush. And good luck, son.
Okay.
So what do you think of it all, Sir Divish? Look, I think I don't know.
Then let's pick up the letter. And maybe join into a conversation.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Congratulations, you have completed the main storyline. If you like, you can still embark on side quests and activities or just wander the world. You can end the game anytime afterwards by riding off the map with Sir Hans Copon's Scrot. Alright, so I don't care, buddy. So we wanted to jump into still a few side missions of the DLCs, or at least I wanted to do that. So we let Lord Capon just wait, right? I think so. Okay, and I said I wanted to start with the DLC with our girlfriend, which we sadly enough has cheated on. I'm still a little tinsy bit ashamed of that. Because I don't know if, well, if we complete the main story, we probably can't go back to the DLCs, right? Just assuming there. But we will... What time is it though? Okay, it's the middle of the day. So we will actually finish what we started in the beginning. And we still have to do something about a ghost, which I still believe it ain't no ghost. But we will find out. Today we still have a little bit more than 40 minutes, around 45, 47 minutes. So we can at least hopefully finish up this quest and afterwards go into Theresa's DLC. But I have to say, I am not even certain. I think I spent too much time with this game already. 71 hours actually. But I would still like to play a couple of them DLCs, so let's see how far we are actually going to take it.
Good morning. Goodbye.
Do we need to wait for night? Meet the apothecary at the crosses. Oh goodness, I'm stupid. Still not paying attention to the compass. Stupid little me.
God save you.
Yep, he actually did.
Greetings. God be with you.
Ah, he's already there at day, but we can only do it at night. I'll accept. So we just let some time pass and then go into this mission. This is actually one thing, well, it's not bugging me, but what I really want to find out whether it's really a ghost. I still think it ain't no ghost. But, well. I wonder actually, I didn't read that ever up, how accurate historically this game is. Sigismund, there was in the 1400s or 1300s, right? The Holy Roman Emperor. I wonder if any of the characters which are in the game are actually, what the hell is wrong with him, based on real characters too. Or real persons.
You're here. Come with me.
Okay. Oh, he even... Okay. He's not a barbarian like us, which uses a torch. He uses a real lantern. Smart guy. But I guess to become an apothecary, you gotta need to be educated, right? Oh, are you kidding me? We are... Okay, it's not that far away. Why didn't we just meet up at the grave body? I would be afraid going to a grave at night, even with someone nearby. I would be. Well, I think I couldn't do it. And if I then would hear barking, I would turn around. Ah, here the grave is.
Good day.
Start the exorcism so we can go and get some sleep.
Ziana Kanba, Zikia Kanba, Galubara, Namtabara, Ashakbara, Kikimbara, Ziana Kampa, Zikia Kampa, Galubara, Namtabara. What's that?
Go on, that's what matters. Just keep going.
I think that's enough. The ghost will surely be banished by now. Now let's get out of here before something worse appears. Go and see the widow tomorrow to find out if it helps. I'm going home.
Thanks for the help.
I hope for the poor lady that the so-called ghost has been banished. I don't think so. There's still gonna be a worldly solution to that. Okay, the great part is, the amazing part is we are not gonna, it's probably just bed bugs. Could be. Unless there is a bed around. We are just going to wait the night. We have nothing else to do actually. Oh god, this... Well, anyways, it was the times. Okay, it's not too many hours. I guess he's gonna be around at 8. And then we find out if it actually has worked out. As I said, I do think it's only a person which is annoying her for I don't know what, you know. People don't oftentimes make sense at all, doing radical stuff to persons for whatever personal reason. Okay, 8 o'clock. I hope the lady is awake. Oh man, I wouldn't buy that. Lying. No. It was different time.
God preserve you, good night. Can I do something for you?
We cast a spell over Lada's grave. It wasn't for the faint of heart.
Mary, Mother of Mercy. And not even that helped.
What? Do you mean to tell me it was all for nothing?
Only the Lord himself can help me now. I'll need the parish priest.
But why didn't you go and see him right at the start?
What would he think of me? Herbalists have always handled ghosts. But now what other choice do I have? Go and ask him what I can do.
Fine. I'll go and see him. But I swear this is the last thing I'm doing for you.
You have my gratitude. Take a few groschen for everything you've done for me so far. Once the ghost is gone, you'll get more.
But what am I supposed to do?
Go and see the priest. Tell him about the restless spirit that's haunting me. May the Lord watch over you.
Okay. So, we have been sent again somewhere else. That's nice. Okay, Reti Turney. We are not going to do that today. Where? Okay, there. To Godwin. Okay. Ah, okay. No. Okay, this is where we Need to write off. Okay. Thank you, Kadesh. Thank you. Let me actually look something up, which I'm currently not certain about. Okay, I didn't know parish, the word. Okay. The community. Didn't even know that you that you in English say parish priest. Just thought, or does parish plus priest mean something different? In American usage, a parish priest is any priest assigned to a parish, even in a subordinate capacity, and some may be designated as associate pastors or assistant pastor. Alright, got it. The church is weird. Not saying that everyone who believes in God is weird. That's not what I want to say, but... Is it too early? Sadly enough, there are no statistics, or at least no statistics I know of. I would have liked to know how much our game hours, not real life hours, we have actually spent on waiting or sleeping. There are a lot of... Do you know where these statistics are hiding, Kadesh? Before we talk to the priest. Settings, I guess not. No. In the inventory somewhere. Statistics. Okay. Thank you, Kadesh. Let's actually money. Okay, we acquired 117,000 groschen. That's actually quite insane. Okay, time slept. We skipped 46 days. Okay, crazy. And we slept 23.5 days. Okay. We haven't been drunk, or we haven't, didn't have any time as alcoholic. Oh man. We have killed 150. Oh my god, we have killed more people than enemies. You can see it. Logs picked 99 just to get the skill up. 57 completed quests. Sorry that I'm going through it. I'm just a nerd. Written works. Okay. Gambling, we didn't do much there. And we collected 11 kilos of herbs. Okay, that's nice. Thank you for the thank you, Kadesh.
Greetings.
There's a widow being haunted by a ghost. Can anything be done about that?
A revenant. Tell me more about it.
For the last few nights, her long-dead neighbour has been paying her a visit in her house. She's tried to drive him out, but neither prayer nor spells have any effect. That's why she's turning to you for help, Father.
In the scripture, it's written that the dead shall rise again only on the day of judgment. I suspect it may be something on the widow's own conscience that's haunting her. Do you know anything more about that?
Well, she says it's the ghost of Alois, a farmer whose wife burned him alive in his own cottage.
My. That would make a soul restless, all right. But I believe there must be something else that's keeping the widow from sleeping. A farmer, a jealous wife. I'd ask the widow if there's not more to it.
My God, that never occurred to me.
How little you know people. Make the widow tell you everything, you'll see. And to make amends with the deceased as well as the Lord, tell her to erect an atonement cross.
A what?
You ask as if you've fallen from the stars. An atonement cross. You often see them along roads. Reminders of reconciliation and forgiven trespasses. Suggest it to the widow and see how she reacts.
Oh. Thank you for the advice. It was very helpful.
I shall pray for the poor woman, and I'll be grateful in turn for any donation she may decide to make to the church.
Only after the money. So if we actually would foster, alright, well, we didn't have the opportunity, obviously, but we could have saved us some time. Luckily, Ledetchko is not that far away. I didn't save, so I will skip engagements. Okay, you've seen obstacle we try to avoid. Obviously we fail, but normally there are not too many enemies. Oh no. These guys I'm not going to engage. Of that I am certain. So they didn't engage us. I think we might then have the opportunity to fast travel actually again. Without any sort of engagement, which would be... okay, there's a... Okay, now we have a success. Nice. 3... Minimum 2 armored guys. I think I saw 3. Fully equipped with plate armor, I think. Is not cool. Okay, this one we can actually take a look at. Because I will quickly save the game. So we have a little bit of action maybe in between.
What'll it be? Isn't poaching, well, forbidden?
But I'm no poacher.
And what are you then?
I'm a travelling butcher.
A travelling butcher? For shame, you thief. Poaching is banned, as you very well know. I'm going to report you.
Oh, no, you won't.
Was this supposed to be a fist fight? Oops. That maybe was a little bit too aggressive. But since I actually have opened up half of Reti, I actually don't care anymore. And we are nearly through here, right? Just a couple of DLC quests and then... It's confusing to know in this game, for me, when to just use the fists, as weird as that sounds, and when to use your sword. Okay, that made it sound a little even weirder, but you know, hopefully you know what I mean. Okay. Next time, if I can remember, I promise I will be more careful. Okay, carcass on the ground. No. I wanna squeeze it out of the woman. That she has been lying to us, or, well, lying might be a hard word, but she hasn't told us everything. And that should make us angry. That should make us angry.
Good afternoon.
I saw the parish priest.
And what did he tell you? Will he come and bless my house with holy water?
A better question is, what haven't you been telling me?
I've already told you everything.
I feel you haven't told me everything. Is there something between you and Alois?
There's no use denying it any longer. I was a widow and his wife, Lada. She wasn't the kind of woman who filled her husband's heart with joy. Alois and I grew close.
So, fornication?
If that's what you want to call it. From time to time, we took comfort in each other's arms. Lada found out and began to make a fuss. They fought. You know the rest.
You bear a lot of the responsibility for Alois and Lada's deaths. Now I understand why he haunts you.
I know. I've thought the same thing every single day since he died. Alois left 2 orphans.
I assume his children know nothing about it.
They're already adults. But you're right. They don't know anything. Do you think it would help if I told them everything? That it would bring peace to Alois and he'd stop haunting me?
That's a good one. Isn't it always said that you need to get clean? That you need to let it out? But in the end, I guess what comes out of that is that she might be hurt. But she should tell the truth, right?
I think you're on the right path now. Make up for old wrongs. Atone for your sins. Erect a memorial cross.
You're right. I'll go and tell them the truth, however much they despise me afterwards. I'll do anything to get a good night's sleep again. Here's some money. Go to the quarry and order a cross be made.
You can deal with it yourself. My work is done here. The rest is up to you.
Thank you, Henry. I'll never forget what you've done. For all your help, I'd like to give you this. My husband's old ring. I've no use for it.
I was glad to help you.
Take care.
What do you think? Will he come again?
I'm sure we've seen the last of him. Oh, it feels so light. I could float away at peace with the world.
That's a peace I have yet to find. As you've seen for yourself, shaking off the past isn't easy.
Here's a ring my husband left me. I don't even know where he got it, but it might be worth something. Take it, with my gratitude.
Glad I was able to help.
Thank you, and God be with you.
And with you. I hope you'll finally have peaceful dreams.
Okay. Good. That means something very, very beautiful is actually going to happen. Oh, I thought we could wear it, but sadly enough not. I was right that there was no ghost, only a heavy conscious. Ah, okay. Do you know why I had that all the time in mind, Kadesh? I don't wanna. That's no blame on spoilers, but you said in the beginning of the in the first or the second stream, you said that there is no paranormal in this game, and so I couldn't imagine that there finally would be anything like that. So, we are now coming to something very, very beautiful, I think. We are going to wash ourselves, eat and sleep. One of the most important things to do. So our health is then actually being regenerated. And quite by accident, quite a huge coincidence, we are actually at the farmer's mill. At the mill. And we do have our girlfriend here. And there, I've heard, is a wonderful DLC. So we are going to jump in a wonderful quest. Not certain if we are going to do it completed today. I can... The Miller's Mill. As I said, as I tried to say before already, I'm not sure how many streams we are going to spend with the DLCs. We are going to spend the end of this stream with the DLC, and at least the next stream. Then it may already be Gothic. I can't guarantee that. Or if I'm so into the game, we do one or two more. Just what I have in mind here. And I can guarantee you something, the DLCs which I do not play on air, I'll definitely play off air. Because I've got them and I want to complete them. With or without you. No, I will definitely complete them. Although, we will find out how good or bad they are today and on Sunday. Very, very important. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Our sheeted lady should be awake. I want to say alive. And if I remember correctly, we will actually switch character. We are going to play as Theresa. If I'm able to locate her. Oh, the lady just needed to get dressed. I understand.
I've got something for you. I got them from... True, but at least don't get...
I do.
All right then. It was a day like any other. Another ordinary day in my ordinary life. I awoke at first light, before the others. I like those kind of mornings best. When the first rays of sunshine quickly drive away the nighttime cold. Hello, you. Come here. And the breeze carries the scent of dew-covered grass and the bloom of spring. I wanted to get my chores done before the rest of the household was up. And this morning seemed made for that very purpose. Right, better get to work. I have to feed the hens, weed the garden, feed Tinker. I'd better get it all done before Papa is up.
Okay, I quickly need to refresh something. There we are. Okay. Should be better now. Good. So we have to do some boring stuff, read the garden and everything. Alrighty. But I think this is actually quite neatly done, that they, through the DLCs, are actually providing you with some sort of background story. Well, not background, but something which has happened in the meantime. I like that. But in order to read that, I guess we need to do some tools for that. But let's actually do something with the hood, with the dog first.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Oh, that's a bummer. We don't have any food. I'm sorry, boy. But can we do something else?
Boy. That's my boy. Let's see what you can sniff out here. Seek.
I hope that the DLC is actually not some sort of farming simulation.
Stay.
Okay, we can give the bloody dog commands.
No one's a match for me and you, eh?
I lied? No, I did not lie to him. I didn't know what to do. That's a little bit different. Alrighty. Feed Tinker. So we need to organize some food. We could just punch a chicken, right? Oh, we can. Okay, you have commanded your dog to attack any nearby enemy target. Once your dog catches scent of any foe or his dog, he'll wait for nothing attack. Okay, no. Tinker, you said you had food. He was so... Yes, let me explain. I actually thought we had food on us. We are going to find food as quickly as possible, and then
come along, free.
And then give him food. Don't worry. We will be very good to our dog. I think the chicken was actually it was sick. Because of that, I actually
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
That's why I needed to take it out in order to, so that it doesn't spread the sickness to the other chicken. And yes, dogs are safe of the sickness. Yes, first one done. Tools is one important thing. Except we... Okay, we have... Not anything... Let's see. Maybe that is actually removing the wheat. Might be just a thing to do. So with a little bit of luck, this DLC starts... I don't want to call it boring. Starts slow and then gets, well, faster later on. I still don't understand why the lady wants to do all her tasks before everyone is up. But I'm not gonna argue with that.
That should do it. The garden is looking how it should again.
No. Yet it is. There was one more wheat. Alright, what do we still have on our task list? We need... Tickers used to get fed every month, so I give him something to eat. Okay. She's a nerd. Hungry hens won't lay. I should feed them. I left a bag of chicken feed in the hearth room by the window. Tinker loves to get a nice piece of meat. I'll have to look in the pantry to see what I can... Okay, but we already have feeded him, actually. What I think is quite nicely done. At least the shadow looks like she's really having a different kind of running animation than Henry actually has. I'm sorry.
I must bring Tinker a piece of meat. That'll be a nice treat.
That I think is quite nice. That's what I was thinking, very realistic. Yep, so I wasn't that wrong. Nice. So I'm actually not stupid. I don't wanna the running looked a little bit girly, right? No offense there. Don't mean that by any chance offensive, but it did kinda look girly to me. Oh, hello. Oops. I'm sorry. Feed the chickens. A bag of grain that will put a smile on any break. The thing is, okay, that of course makes sense.
Here, chickie, chickie, chickie. Here.
Thank you, Kadesh.
Billy Beaks.
I'm sorry, I totally oversaw that, man. So much of being no blockhead, right? Okay, theoretically, okay, talk to your father. Alright, fair enough. Then I haven't said anything. Yeah, you seem to be a little bit...
Teresa, come here.
You're very different from me in that area. Yes, might be. Or probably is.
Teresa?
What do you need, Papa?
Go up and see the blacksmith. He made some nails for me. Here's some coin.
All right. Anything else while I'm at it?
No, unless you want to stop off at the market and buy some supplies. And before you go, wake Samuel. The boy's still lying in bed and won't stir. He ought to follow your example and Stebor's. You two don't have to be pushed to work. Well, at least he's still better than that good-for-nothing Zbyszek. The lazy wretch. A helper like that isn't worth a damn. If it weren't for his father, God rest his soul, I'd have thrown him out on his ear long ago.
Now, Father, you shouldn't be so hard on Zbyszek. You know he hasn't had an easy life.
And who has, girl? That's no excuse for laziness. You could tell him to get his ass to work, too.
Right, go for nails, send Samuel and Zbyszek to work. If it's at all possible.
Aye, just so. Oh, and Teresa, once you've done all your chores for the day, I've a little surprise for you.
Really? Now you've got me curious, Pa. I'll be on my way then.
There are sometimes, I guess the loading of the clothing sometimes take a little longer. And yes, I sometimes miss a lot in these games. But I can tell you one thing. I'm actually used to other games, like RTS games, where you need to react quickly, and FPS games. So this is not directly my thing. And secondly, when I'm playing not on stream and not for YouTube, I'm actually overseeing nothing. I swear to God. I get everything in the games. No kidding. True story.
Pa says you're idle, and if you carry on like that, he'll throw you out.
Ah! Why would he do that? Then he'd be left only with Stibor, and Stibor's not going to break his back working either.
Don't you talk about my brother that way. Do you think I can't see for myself who works here and who doesn't lift a finger?
Huh. What would you know about real work? You're just a girl.
I know a lot more about it than you. Father is right. You're always idling or slacking off somewhere.
Seems to me like dear Papa lost at dice again and he's taking it out on me. Now leave me be. I'll go to work when I'm good and ready.
Okay, that went splendidly. I admit I was feeling like Henry and I thought we had other stats. Okay, messed that up. Nice. How would you know though that I don't miss anything? Because I actually fulfill the goals immediately all the time without doing too much. I would love that. That would be so nice if everything in games would actually for me work out. No. Yes, I miss a lot. But that's just me. Do you follow us, little buddy? But I did miss the shadow, which looked differently. Lazy boy, please get up. If he ain't no boy anymore, right?
Sammy, get up. It's broad daylight and the birds are singing.
Yeah, I'm up.
Have a bite to eat before going to the mine.
All right, Ma. You don't have to treat me like a child. Looks like it'll be nice today, eh? I could go to the pond fishing.
But you have to go to work.
I know. But maybe I can slip off after lunch.
There'll be no slipping off. You know very well Nemoy has been complaining about you.
What about dropping that pail on Tonda's head? It was an accident.
Not the first accident you've had, though, was it?
Well, there you go, then. If I leave early, nothing will happen to anyone. And you can cook the fish for lunch tomorrow.
You silly sod. All you ever do at the pond is lie around. The only thing you'll catch is more trouble from the mine master when he finds out. Well, if you're not a child, you can sort it out yourself with Nemoy.
Don't I always?
Made me a little bit uncomfortable, that shot, to be honest, because I think it was totally on purpose. But well, we had some boobs. Nicely packed boobs. Okay, sorry, that might have sounded a little bit sexistic, but it wasn't meant this way. Ah, okay. I guess we don't... Oh, I wanted to call in a horse. Are there any horses around here? Yes, hello, lady. Okay. F it. Oh, and we don't have any fast travel option available? That's too bad, but we can go in there. I was actually wondering the other day, I don't wanna go in the feministic discussion. I understand all the hashtag #MeToo thing. I accept everything. But the other day, for a few weeks ago, there was a discussion here in Germany about men spreading. About men who are sitting in public transport and spreading their legs so to dominate the women around, which some feminists see as demonstrating. What I was just wondering in my supermarket, they are not... what is that word in English? Let me quickly look that up. Okay. Deodorant. They are not selling the man-spreading bullshit. Yes, it was in social media in Germany. And I just thought, oh my god, what a bullshit. And I was wondering, the supermarket I always buy all my groceries and stuff. They are selling deodorant, right? But they are not selling deodorants for male people anymore, only female deodorant. Where I think that is actually against men, right?
Sick.
Now there is actually deodorant for males too.
What's the matter? Lost your
But
balls?
they put it out of their assortment.
You've been setting your dog on people. You'll be sorry for
They completely put it out of their assortment. And I was just wondering...
to your father, and he'll sort you out.
That is
Imagine the law doesn't
weird.
apply to you.
And as I said, I don't want to go into all the feminist stuff, which many of that stuff is totally true. But if it would be the other way around, I know exactly that there would be so many of them complaining that that is against women. I don't. It sometimes goes too far, I think.
Sakra, I didn't mean to. It was an accident.
Accident my ass. None of that.
I can't pay the fine.
Can't pay? Well, then we'll have to deal with it another way.
I just wanted to say I felt discriminated. That I can proudly say. Okay, so we start over here.
I'm sorry. I swear I'll say 100 Lord's prayers in church. Can't we just let it be?
Anyone could say that. Don't try to wriggle out of it.
But I want to wiggle out of it. Okay.
All right, you win.
Good God, you've been setting your dog on. You'll pay a...
No, I refuse.
That's...
Okay, we can't flee.
Bring it on. I'll slay that.
Luckily, these two are very, very smart and don't use their weapons. And yes, this is actually not what I wanted to do. This is not the way how you are supposed to play this game. Just wanted to tell you, in case you wonder.
Oh dear.
You didn't catch a reason. There is no reason, Kadesh. They just put it completely out of the assortment and didn't say anything. I didn't ask. But there's no male deodorant anymore in that particular supermarket. I need to go into a different supermarket to buy it.
I'm over here.
Okay.
What got into you, lass? No, never mind. Don't say a word. Just make sure it doesn't happen again.
We make sure of that. Sounds like man should boycott that supermarket. Yes, that would be a good thing to do. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a impression of the DLC. We will go... I can't... Why are the different deodorants anyway? They do the same thing. Yes, but... isn't it a social thing that women's deodorant smells sweeter than the male one? That there's a huge difference? And the size too. And I think, at least here, some people would look at you with a weird eye if you put on woman's deodorant. Because a man shouldn't smell like that. I won't tell you. Okay, but you guys, we will go on here on Sunday. We will actually finish that up. I guess the whole dog thing is going to become important. Maybe it is going to be... I just wanted to complain about it, alright? I did it, I'm over it, I'm man up. We will go on with this quest on Sunday, with this DLC. And then after the next stream, we'll see how we actually go on with, whether we go on with this one or Gothic. Alright, so this stream was a little bit longer than the last one, because the last one was a little bit shorter than this one. And I wanted to make it a little bit longer. Okay, you two guys in chat, I wish you, Meek and Kadesh, a wonderful weekend. Thank you that the both of you turned in. Thank you very much. And as usual, that means the world to me. Sunday, around the same time as today. Might be 5 minutes later, but not 5 minutes earlier. Okay, thank you, bye bye, good night, see you on Sunday.